Hello and welcome back to A Truck Driver's Journey. I am the so-called truck driver in question. Uh, just took my son home. Came back to the old trusty homestead and started cleaning and getting ready for the weekend or the weekend, the week. Because like I said, everything's so fast paced, and especially if I'm gonna continue making videos on YouTube, then I need to have everything situated here first. Let's talk about the coldest, darkest winter event. I don't think that it's as big as everybody says it's going to be, but it has the potential to be. It has the potential to be, and quite honestly, I don't want hydration. I don't want to be caught unprepared. I don't want to be caught without supplies. I'm going to be working, so of course, I'm going to be away. Give me just a second. I keep forgetting that I bought a light, and it really helps. It helps just kind of the mood. It helps you guys see me better. Like I said, I've been really stressed out, so I'm getting I guess adult acne, I guess is what it's called. But like I said, I've just been really stressed out and on a couple of different things going on in my life. But I'll work through it. I think I've got the majority of it taken care of. But like I said, I'm not going to stop doing videos just because my face isn't perfect and I have blemishes, because I'm a human being, and I'm a real human being, and I don't have makeup artists and all this shit doing my makeup before I get on camera. If y'all don't like to see this ugly thing I call a face, then listen to it, don't watch it. Speaking of this winter, everybody's freaking out because they're saying the power grid could go down and blah blah blah, which it could. I mean, our power grid is very fragile right now, but they are slowly improving it and investing in a better power grid and upgrades for the power grid, the existing power grid that we have. So my thing is if the power does go out, how are you going to keep warm? How are you going to keep things, depending on where you live, how are you going to keep things refrigerated that need to be refrigerated? How are you going to keep your food from spoiling and thawing out, refreezing, thawing out, especially if it's a long period of time which the power is out? My suggestion, which I haven't done it yet because I haven't the money to do it yet, but I am going to at some point in the near future invest in EMP Shield. I don't have any affiliation to them. They don't support this channel, whatever. I just think it's a good preparedness standpoint to have something that if an EMP goes off or a solar flare or some other overload of the system happens, then your electronics and your generator, your solar panels, your whatever is covered in an event like that. So everybody else is freezing to death, and you can stay toasty warm with an electric heater because your generator was protected. And like I said, you need devices for all of those things to keep. You need EMP Shield to cover all of those things. It is pricey, but it's a very, very well worth investment to get that. So, like I said, it's worth it. It's worth to put the money into it, so you know you have it if anything does go down. I mean, you could buy it and nothing happens for 30 years, and then it happens. I mean, at least, you know. Hang on. That was weird. My backlight started flickering. There it goes again. What's it doing? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that's for sure. I would invest in EMP Shield. Um, like I said, you can there's a lot of YouTubers that they do support that I view, and if you use their promo code, then you get I think 10% off or 15% off, something like that. Um, so yeah, it is worth the investment. Um, like I said, it is what it is. I mean, we're adults, and as adults, we should be concerned with every aspect of being prepared as we can be. Um, Instead of just, oh, well, I'm gonna get a bunch of guns, and once shit goes down, then we're just gonna shoot and maul over anybody that gets in our way, and we're gonna get our supplies that way. Well, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass because first of all, the people that have all the stuff, 90% of the people that have all the stuff have put in time and resources and training with that stuff. If all you have is, your cousin Tom and, two 9mm pistols, and you're going up against, 30 people, a 30 person mag with, AR-15s, 308s, and all the ammo and gear and war belts and yeah, you're gonna be ripped apart. And not only that, but you have to think of the unprepared scenarios, not the unprepared, but the random events, the random dangers that involve that, depending on what the threat level is and what the threat is. It could be a life or death situation just stepping out of your home. It could, and letting somebody see you. That could be the difference between, them leaving you alone and thinking nobody's home or whatever, and, them seeing somebody and whatever threat is coming to you. Or, let's say you get the gear. Let's say you go and you get the men and you take them down and you get all their stuff and you're on your way back. Then you have to worry about people following you with all that supplies back to your home base. And if they follow you back to your home base, then not only do they get the gear that you just got off of somebody else, but they get all this other excess gear that you have already. So, like I said, it all goes in together with everything. Everything ties into everything. Like my local route as a truck driver, a local driver, I go to Memphis and back, and there's 3 routes that I can take to get from point A to point B. And, I'm sure there's more than just 3, but the 3 that I know are, 2 of them are off of the beaten path. And then the 3rd is on 55 going up through Arkansas and, all that, Missouri, and then back through into Kentucky. So, like I said, I have maps. I have actual maps that if I need to divert or whatever, then I can, because I'm not in a full size semi anymore. I'm in a day cab. I have somewhat more of a maneuverability aspect to it now. So if I have to, I can drop my chassis, drop everything that I have, and bobtail on a route as far as I can and get as close as I can, and then I might have to go on foot. But if I have to go on foot, then at least I have those maps, and I have a compass. So, like I said, and I know how to read a compass. Um, it might take me a minute or two to get acclimated to it, but like I said, it's like riding a bike. You never forget. And I made a video last night of excuse me, of the possibility of me moving back in with my father over at his place. Which the more I think about it, and the more I think of all the benefits weigh out, that like they are way more than the drawbacks. Yeah, it's not my own place or whatever, and I gotta share it and all that, but we have combined resources. He has tools. He has storage space to put extra food, extra water. He has a wood burning stove that is big enough to heat the whole house. It's 2 stories. The basement's underground or in the ground. Like I said, it makes more sense, especially with how crazy shit's getting and has gotten. Especially in the last 8 months. It's I don't know how we recover. I don't know how we recover without something. Like, it's just a pressure cooker. It's like it's every day is just more pressure, more pressure, more pressure, until something has got to give. Somewhere, somehow, some way, it's got to all give. Like it's the breaking point. There's going to be a breaking point, and I think November's election is going to be that breaking point. Don't get me wrong. I'm not political. I don't think that the way that the United States of America is ran and governed now is not how our forefathers envisioned it. But we have the government that we deserve, because we're the ones that allowed this to happen. The government was never supposed to push us around and order us. We were supposed to keep the government in check. Like I said, they've been entitled to too much power for way too long, and nobody's done anything about it. And they're not going to give it up willingly. If I had that much power, I wouldn't. It's true. It's human nature. Humans want power. So, like I said, take that with what you want to take it with. But it is what it is. So, like I said, just we got to be prepared, and all the local drivers, I've been over the road. I know what it's like. It's when you hear something on the news and stuff, it's really unnerving when you're 1,000 miles away from home, or 3,000 miles away from home. It's very unnerving, because you're like, oh God, what's going to happen? If something happens, how am I going to get home? It's nerve-wracking. It really is. So like I said, just keep your heads up, and if you have vacation, if you have a week's vacation stored up or whatever, then take it. If you think that it's there, it's the time. I would rather see someone waste a week's vacation than not, and then be caught up in a major city or whatever, and they don't come home. Um, and look crazy. Who cares? I mean, the worst thing that could happen is you come back from vacation and everybody's like, "Why'd you take your vacation then?" I was worried. I wanted to be home. Turned out to be nothing. Move on. Do your job. It's that simple. It's that simple. I made the local switch for one to be, home every day and to be closer and to my son and everything. If something happens, then, instead of a 2-day drive, I'm only 4 hours away when I'm on duty. So, like I said, it worked out better for me, and I can put time and investment in to preparedness and getting prepared. And like I said, I'm still gonna drive trucks. I'm always gonna be a truck driver in one fashion or another. Like I said, it is what it is. Unless, like I said, I write and I'm in the middle of writing a book. It could be something and it could be nothing. And if I get it published and it starts selling stuff, then if I make enough, then maybe I'd back off of this driving stuff for a little bit, take a break, and write a little bit more. But it's taken me forever to write this one because it's going to be a book. It's not going to be a short story or something like that. It's going to be a full-fledged book. And I hadn't had the time before to sit and invest, 3-4 hours into writing. Now I do. So, like I said, and a truck driver's journey, this channel isn't just talking about trucks. This is talking about this right here. Tomorrow might be a totally different subject than today's. It is what it is. And, especially if I move in over there and I start doing the work and stuff on the basement, then I'll make videos walking you through the process, from beginning to end, so you can see what it started as, and you can see what it's going to end up as, because it's going to be nice once we're done. It's going to be really nice. And like I said, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it in the end, because it's out of the city. Like I said, it's a fairly good drive. It's like probably, 20-30 minutes away from town. Any town. So, like I said, it's out in the middle of nowhere. And I like that. I like that kind of lifestyle. But like I said, I think that's all I have for today, or for right now. So I will see you guys on the other side.